Hello, Mr. Yun. Thank you for responding to our interview.
Oh, such an honor.
So, firstly, please briefly introduce yourself and what you are doing for the environment.
Yeah, hello, my name is Jeongjun Yun and I'm 18 years old and I'm a youth climate activist. I'm part of the organizing team of the local climate strikes held in Seoul. I was also an intern in a European environment NGO named EKOenergy,
Oh.
headquarters in Helsinki, Finland.
Mm-hmm.
I've researched European energy policies and their systems. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, Mr. Yun. So, in your opinion, which countries have benefited the most from using fossil fuels? And, right.
Okay, of course, the developed countries are the most benefited because the industrial revolution started from using coal, which is a substance that emits a lot of carbon dioxide and these it's fossil fuel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, of course the developed countries are the most benefited.
Right. But then, are these the same countries that will be most impacted by the climate change?
No, of course not. The countries that will be most impacted by climate change will be the countries that rely on primary industries, such as fishing and farming. So they are totally different, which is really unfair.
So that brings us to our second question, which is, what are some examples of places and populations that are the most vulnerable to this climate change?
Well, aforementioned the countries that are relying on primary industry, such as like the third world, like mostly, and then like some of the island countries are also really vulnerable because they suffer from sea level rise.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so moving on. Do you think that the global north countries have a moral obligation to reduce our emissions? And if so, why?
Yeah, they do have a moral obligation because they are the ones who use the fossil fuels to economically develop themselves, and the ones who are affected by the climate change aren't them. So they do have a moral obligation.
Mm-hmm. Then, what does it look like in action, the moral obligation, when they move it into action?
Well, my personal opinion, I do think that these global north countries have the obligation to subsidize the undeveloped countries. Well, this is quite controversial. To what level of responsibility should the global north countries take? But, however, I do think that they do have to assist economically and assist technology and knowledge and so on.
Mm-hmm. Not only money, but
Yeah,
also
yeah,
technology and
yeah.
knowledge. Okay, very good. What are some systemic changes your country could make that would help us move toward climate change?
Um, Differently from European energy markets or the Western energy market, Korea's energy market isn't liberalized. So, what this means is that me as an individual, although I want to buy electricity that is sustainably generated, I can't because all of the electricity in Korea is distributed from a single organization, KEPCO. So, for a systemic change, I think the government should provide individuals the opportunity to choose what kind of electricity they use. So if I want to use renewable energy, then they should give the opportunity for this individual to buy renewable energy.